Welcome to Sweet Soul Pilates. Please remember to engage your core, protect your spine, breathe, and be sweet to you. Today we have a 16-minute core sculpt. And let's come down onto our hands and knees for a child's pose stretch as we open up today's class. For those who are new here, we have a 33-second timer, sometimes shorter. When you hear 3 clock clicks, that means we are wrapping up our last move. Coming out of this child's pose stretch, we will come onto our hands and knees. We'll step 1 foot back at a time, and we're going to take some plank lift ups. So we're lifting up towards our feet, coming down into a high plank, and repeat. And now we'll come down to seated for a moment, shaking out our wrist. And then we'll come back onto our hands and knees, down onto our forearms, stepping 1 foot back at a time for a plank. We're going to hold this for a moment. This is your early reminder to breathe. If your core is shaking, that is a great sign that you're working those deep core muscles. And now let's lay flat and take a cobra stretch, pressing ourselves up and back into a child's pose. We'll come back onto our hands and knees, and we're going to take some knee ups. So we're just lifting both of our knees off the mat and tapping back down to repeat. We are up on our toes. And again, we're just lifting up and down as we engage our core. A reminder that engaging our core is as if we're pulling our belly up towards our spine. And now we'll come down onto our forearms. We're going to extend our right leg, and we'll be bringing that knee towards our right elbow. Back to extension, knee to elbow. Working our lower belly and our obliques. And now we'll switch sides, extending our left leg still on our forearms. And we'll do the same, bringing that left knee towards our left elbow and back to extension. And now we'll come around to a seated position, laying flat with our legs slightly bent. We're going to bring both of our arms overhead, and as we press our arms down, we'll be lifting our shoulders slightly off the mat, tucking our chin towards our chest, and repeat. And now we'll bring our legs to tabletop, and we'll repeat the same with our upper body, lifting up as we bring our arms down and return overhead, keeping our legs in tabletop. And we'll hug our knees in for a moment as we raise our legs up towards the sky, legs slightly bent. And we're going to repeat the same with our upper body lifting off the mat as we engage our arms overhead and down towards the mat. Again, soft bend in the knees, tucking that chin towards your chest as you lift those shoulders up. And go ahead and bring your legs down, hugging your knees in. This time we'll place our hands behind our head. Legs continue to be raised. We're going to drop one leg and the other. So we're taking some alternating leg kicks. Again, head is slightly off the mat for an additional challenge to support your spine and your neck. Alternating legs. And hug your knees in as you bring them down to the mat. We'll place our hands behind our head again. This is a little bit of a combo move. You're going to bring your left knee towards your chest as you lift up, and then your right knee towards your chest as you lift up, and then bring both knees up towards your chest as you lift. So we'll repeat that sequence: left knee and right knee and double knees. And now let's extend our left leg and our right arm overhead. We'll be lifting ourselves up for some toe taps, bringing that hand up towards our feet and back to extension to repeat. And we'll switch, extending our right leg this time and our left arm. And we'll be doing the same, coming up for those toe taps and back to extension. And we'll bring our legs together as we bring one leg up at a time to tabletop, hands behind our head. And we're going to take some alternating single leg extensions, extending one leg at a time, returning it to tabletop, head slightly lifted off the mat. And again, we're alternating legs. And go ahead and hug your knees in. You may have guessed it, we'll be taking a double leg extension. So you're extending both legs and arms overhead as you lift yourself up. Return back to hugging your knees and extend again. And go ahead and press your knees in for a moment. Roll your ankles. This time we'll be placing our hands behind our head, extending both of our legs outward for a double leg lift and half drop. So we're lifting both of our legs up towards the sky and only dropping halfway down. This is your reminder to exhale through any difficulty instead of holding your breath. Definitely take your time here. And go ahead and roll yourselves up to seated. Legs slightly bent, arms out in front of you. You're going to lean back towards the mat and then lift yourselves up, raising your arms overhead and lean back again. We'll complete this sequence here. Tucking that chin towards your chest as you lean down towards the mat. And we'll stay in this position. We're going to lean back, extending our arms in front of us, and then we'll bring both arms over to the right, back to center, and the left. Nice and controlled here as we complete this sequence. Again, we're going from one side, returning to center, and the other side. And let's go ahead and lay flat with our legs bent. We'll place our hands behind our head. Our legs will be stationary, but we're just going to bring up one elbow towards the opposite side and switch sides. So if you're bringing up that right elbow, it's coming towards your left side, and left elbow towards your right side. Again, you're only working that upper body. Legs are in place. And now we'll incorporate our legs, bringing them up to tabletop. We'll be bringing our opposite elbow to our opposite knee as we take toe taps down to the mat with each foot. So again, you're alternating sides. This would be your right elbow towards your left knee, left elbow towards your right knee as you tap the opposite leg. Go ahead and hug your knees in and roll yourselves up. We'll come around to our hands and knees as we take a child's pose stretch. And go ahead and bring yourselves up onto your forearms, dropping your legs slightly, coming onto your knees for a half plank. Still engaging your core. In a moment here, go ahead and come up onto your toes for a full plank. And then let's drop down, laying flat on the mat. We'll press ourselves up for a cobra stretch as we prepare to close out today's class. We'll press ourselves up and back into a child's pose stretch. And then we'll roll ourselves up to seated. Let's bring our left arm overhead towards the right for a stretch. And back around as we bring our right arm overhead towards the left. And back around. And both arms overhead. Bringing them back down, crossing one arm over the other for a hug. And switch sides. And we are done for the day. I will see you all next time.